Me being from Norristown, me living in Norristown, me owning my home in Norristown gives me a better perspective in my role as a district judge. I know these people, not because I'm here today, but because I've known them all my life. They're my neighbors, they're my classmates. I know their brothers, their sisters, their moms, their aunts. I know my community, and I think that that's what makes me being a judge here in my community, that makes a dramatic impact.
We just reminded people it's time to vote.
You know, the journey to becoming a district judge for me started when I had a relative who was falsely accused for a crime that he did not commit, was charged with over 20 felonies and multiple misdemeanors. But how did he sit for that period of time for something he didn't do was what led me on the journey to figure out how this happens. What I found through that journey was the rules are in place. What we really needed to do is have key judges in place that examine the evidence, that examine and give people an opportunity to be heard. Judges have a tremendous amount of discretion. So what we need are judges that are reflective of the community it represents. So I decided to run and become a district judge. One of the things that gets me going every day is that I don't want to disappoint my grandmother. And my grandmother is such an important part of who I am. She was an important part of raising me that I just simply want to make her proud every single day. On December 21st, 2015, when I was sworn in, my grandmother had an opportunity to watch from her hospital bed. And she watched me get sworn in as the youngest sitting judge in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the first Black district judge in Montgomery County. That meant the world to her. I remember going to the hospital that day after I got sworn in. We had a little luncheon and then visited my grandmother. And then the next day I had to go to DC and my phone rang and my grandmother had passed. Every day that I wake up, I think about her. I think about her, she's on my phone, she's in my office. Before I come out on the bench, one of the last faces I see is hers, and I simply just want to make her proud, right? I want to not disappoint her. One of the responsibilities I have as a Magisterial District Judge is to oversee truancy cases. There was an incident where a young girl at Marshall and Arch Street had picked up some heroin. She had to be 2 or 3 years old and almost had an overdose. Kids were getting off the school bus at the time and they felt helpless because the only thing they could do was call 911. So I coupled that with an experience of a kid who was truant, and I said, well, now you're gonna learn how to help someone the next time they're in need. And through that experience with that young man, I created this program that kids that were truant had to go through this CPR, AED, and Narcan training. It was a day-long program. We fed them breakfast and we fed them lunch. Not only did they get a sense of accomplishment because they got a certificate and they felt like they've accomplished something, but it also put more first responders on the street. It gave them a tangible option to do something when something is wrong, right? When they see conflict or when they see a problem, they can fix it. It gave them tangible tools to do that. So I'm really proud that we now have over 40 plus first responders on the street based upon that program. Everybody has a track record. I'm proud of my record. Over the last 6 years, I've kept more people out of eviction than any other judge. Over the last 6 years, I've kept more young people out of jail than anybody else. I've kept more people that suffer from mental health and substance abuse problems, from recidivizing or from recommitting crimes than anyone else. I'm proud of my record because I believe that I am treating the root cause of what is causing these behaviors to manifest in the first place, whether it is mental health or substance abuse, or whether it is unemployment or underemployment. I'm looking forward to running on my record in this race. I'm looking forward to having members of my community learn about what I've done over the past 6 years. I'm looking forward to continuing to be out there and be innovative in right-sizing justice that fits the members of the community that I serve, that I live, that I work in every single day. So I'm happy today to ask for your vote, for your support, to continue serving as your district judge.